Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Germantown Super Site for Week 7 of the spring split for the American Premier Soccer League. Today we have a Delaware River Conference match known as the Philadelphia Derby between home side Philadelphia Heritage SC in white and away side Philadelphia SC in blue. I'm Phil Boda, and today's game in frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag, the Aircase. The Aircase uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code now to get 10% off your Aircase purchase. Remember, keep it fresh. Folks, there is a lot on the line here, especially for the away side, Philadelphia SC, currently sitting in 7th place in the conference. They're looking to get all 3 points today. They still have a chance at that 4th place spot, but they will need a lot of help. Philadelphia SC needs to win this game and their next two to get to a total of 27 points on the season. Kensington, however, will need to lose all 3 or tie 2 and lose 1 for Philadelphia SC to have a chance. This scenario doesn't even mention that Vitas United and Jersey Shore Boca, who are also eyeing that same 4th place spot, so a lot of help needed for the side in blue. Philadelphia's strength comes from controlling the midfield and working the ball to the wings. Their goals only come from a few sources, but when it rains, it pours. Look for the likes of Joel Richmond, Rashid Thomas, Theophilus Ijiboy, and Jacob Weaver to be putting themselves on the score sheet tonight. Philadelphia Heritage SC currently sitting in 10th, the bottom of the table, and have been mathematically eliminated from getting into the playoffs. They are missing several starting players for the match tonight, such as Alex Pobre. Even with the cards stacked against them in this derby match, the pride of the city is on the line, so they'll be looking to put their best foot forward. We can see the players now taking the field at this moment. Our center referee in the middle there is referee Mark. He is flanked by Yurgisil on the left and referee Sean on the right. There will be our ARs for this evening. You can see our goalkeepers out there, the burly St. Paul in orange for Philadelphia SC, and then Iran Shefris in his tried and true teal for the side in white. As is tradition, sportsmanship is key. So before we get this derby match underway, just an exchange of fist bumps down the line, and we'll get ourselves started. We apologize for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. There were some maintenance issues with the field. There's been a lot of rain going on here in the Philadelphia area, so the gates were locked up tight. The maintenance crew were working on some things to get the match ready. This field, the super site, gets a lot of use, whether it's track and field, football, soccer, lacrosse, you name it. Every sport under the sun seems to be played here at the super site. For now, though, even after about 15-20 minute delay, we are underway, and fortunately the weather has cleared up for us. No rain in the forecast, much to my producer cameraman Nick Krause's delight. Didn't have to bring out the umbrella for this one. Our rain jackets are currently sitting on the bleachers, though I see a couple of fans still bundled up tight just in case. Though the rain may have left us, the wind has now crept in, making for a little bit of a blistery match here. So that ball might be sailing for these teams. They're trying to take those long balls over the top. You might be expecting them to do some quick, clean, crisp triangle passes throughout the midfield, working their way through the lines. Home side, Philadelphia Heritage SC. They are in the white and pink crisp jerseys they are. We'll be starting with the ball here. Our referees are now in position, have checked all the equipment, making sure it is safe, and we are underway for our Philadelphia Derby match. Oh, he thought about it, maybe going over the top, and that wind was flickering. Thought better of it, but in that moment of hesitation, lost the ball, and now Philadelphia SC have it. Like we say, they do control the midfield quite well, and then they look to work it to the wings, and then this big, burly man, a hulk of a being, Ijiboy, has 4 goals on the season. He is their target forward. They're going to be looking to get it to him. He's going to look to lay off, as you saw him do there. Tried to get it off to the wing, but there was a ton of space available for him. Just the runner just wasn't wary to it. That was number 19, Skandaluski, who was working that left wing. Usually we see Barbosa, number 10, on the wing, but it looks like he is in the center of the pitch today. That's number 10 for Philadelphia SC. Barbosa very tricky with the ball at his feet. The man I'm looking for is the captain of the squad in blue, Joel Richmond. I've seen him score some spectacular shots. He has 5 goals on the season. You see him getting the nod onto there. There was Mohamed Jawara, not able to bring that one down. Now it's up to the defense. And that is Jacob Weaver. Sends it back only as far as a jersey in white. They decide to resettle it now. Working it through the lines. Weaver with a nice interception. Jawara gets it tackled away from him, tries to chop it through, but still the strength to hold off the defense. Advantage played here from center referee Mark. A good step there from Ruscioli. The right outside back. Back to Shafris. Lots of chatter from the coaching staff. Weaver rising above, nods it back, but that's still danger, had to be handled. There's Joel Richmond, tries to get Skandaluski. Skipped off the turf, man, especially with this rain. The ball is going to be moving quick. Each of these team members is going to have to be wary. Richmond now looking for E.G. Boy, but a nice step there on the side of the Philadelphia Heritage defense. Skandaluski, advantage now lost, and the free kick given. It gives us a little brief respite here. Number 13, Dudek, right outside back. He's looking to switch the field here. Finds a man in open space for Rascioli. Not able to read that one. Now into the box they go. A back heel and the trailing runner. Great defense from Jacob Weaver, standing tall. Now a breakaway could be on here. I think that is Castiotis. He is scurrying through the midfield now. Jawara puts it central here for Barbosa. He could swing it out wide, and he does. Now how will they swing it into the box here? Is he running out of space? Tries to win himself a corner, but stays in bounds. The best they'll get is a throw. Immediate action here, folks. I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute to try to get it all in his pocket picked. The captain, he is struggling to run. Oh, bodied up and taken down. That was a big-chested man there, number 4 from Philadelphia SC. Call for settle, it's Dudek. A nice little turn here, puts it back centrally. And that is Roy, number 6, central defensive mid. Another chested ball down again. There's Castiotis, sends it to Richmond, outride to Jawara. A poor touch from him, allows Dudek to steal his cookies. Dudek, he's been under pressure. They've been pressing him high. Those two are going to be battling it out all evening long. Oh, Dudek tries to go back, but Roy was in the way. Oh, feigns the clearance, but just goes for a nice outlet pass. And that is Catalana. Here now to Roy. He chops through one. Ooh, a good touch, and that is Freire. One of the center defense members here for Heritage. Freire, he tries to give it a boot, but the ball slips between him. It's E.G. Boy, sends it to Castiotis, but he can't handle it either. Oh, a big challenge and a harsh whistle there from referee Mark. They clattered into each other right there in the center circle. That was number 12, Gorman. Last time I casted back in April, it was with Philadelphia Heritage. And Gorman was one of those members all over the pitch. So we'll be saying his name a lot for sure. The ball did go out now. It's Skandaluski looking for E.G. Boy. But Kenny, he's got a big body, but a big body next to him as well. He lets that one ride, but the ball goes out of bounds. That is number 9, Brenning, who will be going body to body, a physical matchup between those two. But right now it's Dudek. Sends it into Gorman. He tries to flick it on. Richmond taps it back to Weaver. Weaver, though he may be a defenseman, has 4 goals on the season. I'm sure those have come off of set pieces and the like. Barbosa with a nice give and go. Freyre dives in. Challenge not good enough. Referee Mark blows his whistle. Now hearing some words from the opposition, but a foul nonetheless. Joel Richmond, we've seen him from this spot before. A high line though, Heritage takes. They're not giving an inch here. Could Joel Richmond go for goal? Maybe from this distance might be a little bit of a brave thought. The wind is kind of blowing towards him, so he might try to power through it, but we'll see. A lot of members now lined up against, could be running for the back post. Richmond, he does go for goal. And an easy save, a comfortable save for the man in teal. He's now looking for an outlet. He does see Catalana, number 30, on this right side. But right now it's Dudek. They turn it inside, though, for Sayang, number 7. Here's Brenning. He gives it a nice hoof. Tries to trap it down, but Weaver, those long legs, just leech that ball away. That's number 10 Lanigan. A massive throw there from Skandaluski. Brenning using his body well, and EG Boy can't turn around him. It'll go out for a goal kick. Here's Roy. He goes right. Skies it up for Max Chavez. Max Chavez is from Manor College, so yes, he plays for his school, but then also plays for this great Sunday league, so he is running double duty. He's practicing on the pitch all day long. He does have a partner in crime, Aidan Crispin Morales, who's also from Manor College, is not here in the match today. That's one of their starting members that they are missing. Just bowled over there was Gorman. Does well to put his body in front of the ball. Wins his team a free kick. Trying to go to Catalana, far post, but it's Skandaluski. Reads it well, flicks it out of bounds, and allows his team to reset. St. Paul yelling at the top of his lungs. Gorman, he is offsides. The flag raised by assistant referee Sean. St. Paul, he'll take that every day, knowing his line stepped in unison. I think that's just the hustle from Gorman. He always wants to get on the ball. He's going to be looking for it every step of the way. St. Paul puts it back into play. Here's Richmond. He's usually gets the ball from deep and then weaves his way through the lines. Right now, Rascioli finds EG Boy in a good little pocket of space. He turns inward. That is Sayang who intercepts. Those two, him and Castiotis, going toe-to-toe. Catalana to Gorman. There's Lanigan. There's number 17. He's running for Chavez. Intercepted, though, nicely and pushed out of bounds. That is number 4, Benjamin Richter. He's a tried and true staple member of this squad, a captain in his own right as well when Joel Richmond is not available. Here's Roy. He might be sending it back in the mixer, only as far as Lanigan. Rascioli puts himself in the way. Now it's Lara. A nice step over. Richmond sneaks his way up. Now he has got people with him. It's a 3-on-3. He's going against Freyre. He uses his physicality nicely, and it goes out for a goal kick. He's overruled, though, by center referee Mark. He saw something different. It will be a corner in the end, the first of the match. Joel Richmond did nice to move it away, but maybe a bit of indecision. He had willing runners ahead of him, just couldn't get the head up and square the ball in time. Freyre did a fantastic job, though, to quell the danger for now, but he's got a set piece to work. He's going to be heading back here into the bedlam to find a marker, and he matches up here with Richter. Looks like Shafris has an untied shoe. Folks, if you know, I am also a goalie myself, and when you have those gloves on, you cannot do anything with that finesse, such as tying your shoe. You always need a teammate to come in for you. All right, now we are back into play. How will Richmond service this one? A looping outward ball to the back post. Raschioli, he got a touch onto it. Shafris, he scoops that one up, though, in the end. He's looking to go quick. Onsides here is Lanigan, but the ball way ahead of him. Can he keep it in? That is the question. Barbosa squares him up and takes him down. The ball, though, still stays here with Philadelphia Heritage now in the offensive third for them. Let's see what kind of trickery they have up their sleeve. Maybe they go for a long throw. Maybe they try to... We see how much Roy has power in his legs, but that is Chavez who tosses into Gorman. Back to Chavez here. He swings it in. Alara, tons of calls for away, but tried to bring it down with his head and had to just hack at it to get it out. Here's Dudek. Gorman, he tries to turn around Weaver, but those long legs do so much work. No foul there. Mark, though, is calling it, and it will go the way of Philadelphia SC. Seemed good to me. I'm always a fan of just a little physicality, but I appreciate, especially in a derby match such as this, referee Mark keeping it tight. You just have to be consistent with it, and so far he has. St. Paul touches it on to Weaver. Here's Skandaluski. Weaver, he curves it out to Jawara. Ooh, Jawara with a very high boot. Gorman, he tries to knot it on, but Lanigan ran the wrong way. It's back to Skandaluski. He tries to go to Castiotis, but the pass not clean enough. There's Sayang for Heritage. Philadelphia SC, I'm hearing from their manager, Philadelphia Heritage, saying lock them in, keep the press up. And so far it's working. Philadelphia can't find their way out of this tight spot. But E.G. Boy could be the outlet they need if he can keep it in. No, tight on the touchline he was. The ball goes out. Dudek has it now in his hands. He sends it centrally for Roy. Puts it back to Brennan. He swings it central, and then who else but Gorman comes up with it. He goes all the way out wide. That is number 3, Tommy Johnson. He cuts it in. It's Chavez who does a little dummy fake, a lunging tackle from Raschioli. It's Lanigan for a shot. St. Paul, he spills it though. Chavez, he has it. He swings it up wide, but only as far as Barbosa. He was looking for Lanigan. Now it's Jawara. He needed to get that one. He's all over. He was all over Dudek. He's saying, calm down there. He was preventing. He's like, that's a yellow. 9 times out of 10. Just a talking to, but he knows better, Jawara. Dudek now stands over it again. He swings it back post. Gorman with a big shove. That one not spotted by the referee, unfortunately. And that is Wieck, number 15. We have yet to call his name, number 15 for Philadelphia SC. He's now facing up the throw with Tommy Johnson. Another high boot, Raschioli. So far, Raschioli tries to hoof it clear. E.G. Boy and Frary, but it is Brennan. Comes up with it. Weaver squares it. Raschioli, just another hack at it. Tried to clear his lines, and he does for now. Here's Tommy Johnson. A Villanova player, just finished up his final year in college this past fall. He'll be playing with the Jackson Lions for their upcoming summer league, so he's looking to get all the reps and PT he can. Jawara on the opposite side of the pitch now, playing a little give and go here with Wieck, but he sends it back to the Capitan. Oh, Richmond, a probing ball there for the back line. Jawara, though, not able to come up with it this time. Dudek. Here's Sayang. Puts it on to Catalina. Sayang says one more. The give and go is there. Lanigan has to stay onside a challenge there from Skandaluski. He turns Catalina around for now. Here's Sayang. Can they give it back to him? No, he trips over his own boot. He slaps the turf in frustration. Here's Roy, an intercepting pass. Ooh, gets the ball from under him. It's Gorman who squares it here to Tommy Johnson. Nice Cruyff with the ball way ahead of him. Barbosa now. Oh, he spills it on the turf as well. And there's Chavez. He sees Catalina on back post, but the ever tall Weaver there to intercept. Ooh, a big challenge there, but he skips upon it. Roy now. E.G. Boy with a toe poke. And spills over here to Richmond. Folks, I can feel the pace in my voice. The action is non-stop. You cannot look away. You cannot get your chips and soda in this matchup. Joel Richmond, he pokes it on. And Jawara is offsides. Dang, it looked like he was in there. But that is the vision of Joel Richmond. That is why he's the captain. He sees these kinds of plays. Jeffries sends it back in. Richter smacks it down on the chest. Castiotis. Oh, it was a nifty play, but his team had to bail him out there, and they did. Weaver here to Skandaluski. Turns with it nicely. Castiotis. Barbosa in plenty of space. He saw Wieck. Elected not to use him. Reschioli feigns the big hit. Just goes square. This is a good spell of possession here for Philadelphia. This is what they need. E.G. Boy, the hold-up man. He holds off any defender well, but now he's turning towards goal. He's weaving around. But Freyre, that's a big boy defender right there. Not bowing down for an instant. He wins the foul for a squad. Coach there from Philadelphia SC telling E.G. Boy to just hit it from distance. Test Jeffries, see what he got. Maybe he spills it, maybe he doesn't. Dudek now. People are slipping and sliding on the turf. Weaver comes to collect. Castiotis tries to turn around, but it is Gorman, the ever-present man. The ball still stays, though, with Philadelphia SC in blue. Joel Richmond had plenty of space with him. Sends it to Barbosa. Barbosa, clean passes, but the midfield is not his natural position. Every time I've casted this club, he has been on the wings. Here's Catalina. Lanigan goes for the give and go, but just a touch too far for Catalina. He gives him a fist in the air saying, well done, well worked, that's on me. Skandaluski now has it. Let's see how Philadelphia SC could work it down this leftward channel. They've been having a really tough time. A huge launch to E.G. Boy. Bounces right off his chest. Gorman snags it. Sends it back to Roy. Ooh, good little cut. He's always keeping his head up, looking for the right pass. Sends it to Lanigan, who tries to square it. Oh, Jawara. He thought it was going to go out of bounds, but Catalina hustles to it. Brenning sends it to Gorman. Gets it out under his feet quickly. Here is Wieck. Puts a lot of pressure on, but calmly done from the center back. Tommy Johnson. He tries to go through the lines. Richter, he misses it. Weaver, body in front. And he wins the challenge for his squad. Ooh. Those long legs, they can still dangle. And he gets his team back on the ball. Barbosa tries to change the pace of play. Jawara was definitely in there. The ball, though, just didn't find him. Dudek, he's had lots of work to do here on his rightward channel. Catalina with the flick to Gorman. He cuts it inside. Freyre. He moves it into Lanigan. Lanigan deep to receive these balls, even though he's playing the center striker. Oh, a heated pass to Gorman, but handles nicely. Tommy Johnson finds Brenning. He puts it on to Dudek. Brenning, he's under duress here. Oh! They smack into each other. That almost looked like a bang of heads between Brennan and Dudek. Ultimately goes the way of Philadelphia Heritage. They maintain. That's that ever-looming presence of E.G. Boy. You can't be lax when he is on the pitch. Here's Freyre. Can he sneak it beyond Sciandaluski? He doesn't. Jawara puts it on to George Castellanos. Here's a last-minute start here. And Castellanos does have one goal on the season. I was actually casting that match. It was a rocket from outside the 18. Rascioli, to Wieck. He couldn't handle that one. Ball trickles down here to Freyre once more. The pass not clean enough. Barbosa gets in the way, finds those channels nicely. He pokes it on to E.G. Boy, who lays it off here to Castellanos, who puts it back to E.G. Boy. Chafris has to come through. Ayya! That hurts. That's a foul. And that is a yellow card for E.G. Boy. Once again, like I said, folks, I am a goalkeeper. Yes, we get a lot of privileges to be touched, but at that point, sometimes you have to say, okay, the goalkeeper's going to get it. I'd rather not foul him, rather not hurt somebody. Chafris, brave to run out to that one, knowing the freight train of E.G. Boy was headed at him. That yellow card occurs in the 23rd minute, so a lot of match left to play here for E.G. Boy. Chafris puts it back in. Joel Richmond heads it down only as far as Sayang. Oh, Wieck. He gets himself in the match. A nice ball to Jawara. One-time shot! And it's a goal! Mohamed Jawara, his first of the season, puts the away side ahead. My goodness, what a shot over the fingertips of Chafris. There was nothing he could do. That curling ball was a zinger right into the net. Good interception there from Wieck. We, like we said, haven't called his name very often, but when it mattered most, he showed up. Was able to win the ball for his side and a quick counterattack for the side in blue. And they're now ahead. How will Heritage respond now? Heritage currently with 1 win, 4 draws, 10 losses on the season, 7 points to their name. How will they get back into this one? St. Paul waves off his defense. Touches it back into the box. Forces Lanigan to do the run of shame just to get the ball back in the keeper's hands, and he rolls it out here to Richter. Rascioli puts it central to Barbosa, but Sayang there is able to come up with it. He tries to move it centrally, but nobody was home, and Weaver knocks on the door to collect. Here's Wieck, ever the outlet pass. He moves it centrally. Gives Barbosa a little bit of space, and it's Castellanos with acreage ahead of him. He tries to find the goal scorer, Jawara. It only goes as far as Dudek. Weaver to Sciandaluski. Brenning, he might let this one ride, and E.G. Boy, fresh off a yellow card in his mind, he's going to say, okay. Folks, we have some very exciting news. We are live streaming on YouTube, so definitely check us out there and like and subscribe. You know what to do. Hit that button and that thumbs up. We also have a very special halftime presentation as we will be showing the April goals of the month. I will be reminding you closer to halftime as well, so definitely stick around for that. And you can vote at Game in Frame on Instagram. The winner gets a air case for themselves, so a lot up for grabs for these players. They want that special microbial technology. Oh, a big challenge there from Wieck. Not called there from the referee. Advantage now played. It's Lanigan. He tries to get it past Weaver, but those long legs of the law come through again. A nice little head fake. He's going to be looking to switch the pace of play. It's Brenning. He's just going to shepherd this back into the box, and so he does. Sun peeking through the clouds now. It's Dudek trying to peek through the lines, and it's Richter. I mean, it's a big challenge. It's a big challenge from Richter. Those aerial balls, you're going to contest them every time, especially as defensemen. That's what they do. Lanigan, though, he's a big lad himself. You can see he's been hitting the weight room quite often. Dudek over the ball once again. He looks for Tommy Johnson. And Wieck easily reads that one. He clears the danger for now. Freyre, he gets a bodied up, man. That is another foul on EG Boy, really throwing his weight around. Mark really doesn't want to make this a man-down situation. I understand that, but EG Boy needs to reel himself in. That could be the way to get Heritage back in this game. Maybe poke the bear a little bit. Force EG Boy into those fouls. Get him to commit. Gets a second yell. He's out of here. Now you're in a man-up situation. Change the whole tactics for the side of Philadelphia SC. This coach putting his hands, putting the hands down, saying, "EG Boy, relax, relax." Tommy Johnson in. Gorman flicks it on. No, Lanigan, the one-time volley. He bangs that one over the crossbar, but it looked so good. Just a quick change of pace here for the side of the team in white. St. Paul lightly jogging out there to collect the ball, and while he does so, we have some more announcements. On May 4th, that is today, Richmond County FC will be playing Principian Freedoms at 8 p.m. as part of the Metropolitan Conference. That's up in New York. On Tuesday the 6th, Nick and I have a special broadcast for you all, and that is the Westchester Predators, currently top of the league, versus Oakland United at 8:30 p.m., part of the Delaware River Conference. We rarely do a game on Tuesday, so be excited for that. And then on May 8th, Principian Freedoms versus SC Vistula Garfield at 8:15 p.m. as part of the Metropolitan Conference as well. So those are the next upcoming games here on Game in Frame. St. Paul now. He smacks it up. EG Boy slips, unfortunately. Jawara puts it back to Barbosa. Swings it to Richmond. Puts it out to Wieck. He tries to go around Tommy Johnson, but the Villanova man, he's seen a thing or two. He wins his side to throw. He flings that one in. Rascioli, just a lazy ball. He just hits it. Doesn't even care where it goes. Weaver. Richmond here to Richter. He switches it to Skandaluski, who brings it down nicely. What can he do with it now? He finds EG Boy. He could have a crack. His coach wants him to shoot. Oh, a poke there from Frié. And the ball wiggles out of bounds. Whew. Sweat wet from the brow of Shafris. He knows if that shot comes knuckling through from EG Boy, it's going to be a tough one to handle. '30th minute now in this back and forth Philadelphia derby. Heritage with some moments of brilliance. Philadelphia SC in blue, managing that midfield well, like we talked about. It's where they find their strength. Shafris, Skandaluski, and Catalina. Neither of them come down with it, and it's Gorman. He gets the ball nicked away from him, and out for Philadelphia Heritage it goes. Flings it for Gorman. Out of bounds it goes. And for Heritage once more. They're steadily creeping up the sideline. Dudek. Catalina. He's moving forward. It's Sayang to Dudek. He gets the ball quickly off his feet. Sends it to Troy. Troy facilitating here the back line. is able to help them swing the ball. Tommy Johnson, a one-time shot, or a pass rather, excuse me, but Rascioli flings that one out of bounds. See you later, ball. Tommy Johnson, here to Roy. Closed down by Casiotis, and he gets the ball off of him. E.G. Boy was waiting for that. He sends it to Jawara, the goal scorer. Oh, but the touch let him down, and it gets Brenning in front of him. Puts his head in his hands. Shafreese just has to clear it, but only as far as Barbosa. Richmond, lackadaisical, bringing the ball down. They're having fun out here on the fourth. Rascioli. Weik. Here now to Skandaluski. Joel Richmond. Two guys with him. And Dudek kicks it, and for a corner it goes. That's the second for the side of Philadelphia SC. Last time from the other side of the pitch, Richmond had an outward swinging ball, went to the back post, almost, pinballed it its way into the back of the net. Let's see how he does from this side of the field. This is an in-swinging ball to the back post. Oh, Weaver slides his way through. Looks like he went sledding there. He gives a thumbs up for the service. An inviting ball it was. The invitation accepted there from Weaver, but just didn't get it all the way home to the back of the net. Brenning, he just smacks it, the wind with him, and that's going to go harmlessly out of bounds. Skandaluski finds his intended target, I think, was E.G. Boy. He does what target strikers do, and he just lays it off like a springboard, and now it's Weik. He could be running at some defenders. Tommy Johnson stands him up, but E.G. Boy receives. He finds Jawara out in space. That first touch, it has to do well. He slings it in. Freyre cuts it out. Rascioli, he moves it back in, tries to go back post, but Dudek is there. Skandaluski puts his body on the line. Richter nods it down. Here's the captain, Richmond. Oh, he said he might go for goal. He does have a strike from distance. We know he's got that long shot attribute. That one, though, yes, low to the ground, not on target. And these last, 5-10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been all Philadelphia SC. They have just been pounding on the door. Reaver, that's fine. Skandaluski, a big sliding challenge from Gorman, but stays with the side in blue. Skandaluski, another long throw to find E.G. Boy. They've been working this same duo. Oh, and through two he goes. Now he could be going for goal. He has a left-footed shot to flex off of Freyre. And it will be a third corner for Philadelphia SC. They continue their momentum. Richmond pondering how he will take this corner kick. St. Paul hasn't had much to do so far this game. I think he'll be happy about that. Had one spillover, was able to get the lines cleared with his defense. It's been all about the midfield here for the side in blue. Now Richmond over it. He goes for that out swinging ball. Well done, but it went out of bounds first. Too much swing from that hammer of a leg. And that cross peters out into nothingness. back to Heritage, they breathe a sigh of relief. This coach is very involved on the sidelines. You can probably hear him through my microphone. They haven't stopped talking for the past 30 minutes. Richter there. You know he can bulldoze his way through a couple of people. He flings it forward for Ishi Boy. A nice bit of control there from Freyre, but Wieck was there. He does the outside of the boot to Jawara. And that goes out of bounds. Wieck, like a ninja. You don't see him, and there he is, intercepting the ball and putting Philadelphia in on the attack. That is going to be somebody you have to keep your eye on. Maybe Tommy Johnson will have to do better to keep his head on a swivel. Make sure that guy doesn't meander his way into some space. Shafris. A nice kick. Skandaluski. Jawara with a great turn, but it's Brenning there. Skandaluski again. The great header. Tommy Johnson. Touch failed him a little bit, but it is Gorman doggedly after it once more. Joel Richmond, excuse me, calmly handles it. A clever tackle. Doesn't come up with it this time. Siang. He looks for Nolan Lanigan. Can't find him. Raschioli, he's going to body that one out of bounds, and so he does. He's going to launch this. Holy moly. A cannon of an arm. Ishi Boy, once again, that springboard, and it's Wieck. He wasn't able to control that one neatly. Roy brings it down. Siang to Dudek. Brenning. Catalina. Skandaluski pleads his case, but still with the jerseys in white, it remains. Catalina. Freyre, and there's that ninja man, and he does a big tackle right through the back. The coaches from the side of Philadelphia SC screaming for a red card on Freyre, but I thought he was initially fouled by Wieck, who just kind of ran right into him. I think as he fell down, he definitely chopped down the legs of Wieck. But maybe the initial foul should have been called. But it's always that retaliation that gets the ref's attention. So now it is Freyre in the book, and that is going to be a danger zone for Heritage because he has been battling against Ishi Boy, Wieck, Jawara all night long. Being on a yellow is going to make his job extremely difficult. Conversation to be had here between the captain and Barbosa. I know Barbosa's got it in him. I've seen him play on the wing, and his crosses can be extremely good. Okay, the wall has been set. Shafris. Barbosa, he feigns it. Joel Richmond, a diving save off the woodwork. The wall, I think, did its job. Threw him off just enough. Oh my gosh, Philadelphia SC, they can't believe it. Their score could have been doubled. Joel Richmond, we know he has it in him at full stretch. What's Shafris? Phew. 4 corners, 4 shots for the side of Philadelphia SC. Shafris. Can they win in the midfield? Gorman, he pops it up, and Weaver sends it long. Barbosa up against Tommy Johnson, cuts it back, and weaves around him. But he slings it out of bounds. Folks, we are sponsored by the ever great, the ever amazing Salt Athletic. They use that fantastic microbial technology to make for those odor-free car rides and houses. That cleat bag is one of a kind, and it's one you should pick up for a family member near you who plays this wonderful game of football. We have that 10% QR code. Scan it now and get that air case. I see my producer, Nick Krause, looking to the heavens. Finally, the sky's kind of cleared up here on this gray May the 4th. Maybe that the light side has finally overpowered the dark. I told my cousin I'd sneak one Star Wars reference in. There you go. Raschioli now has it. He flings it into the box. Only as far as Freire, though. Weaver pushes it here to Skandaluski. He finds Jawara. Well, he puts it around Dudek, who brings him to the ground. And he's saying, no dice. It's going to go for a goal kick. From my vantage point, they kind of leaned into each other and both kind of fell over. So it's kind of hard to call one either way. Best to let it go for a goal kick. Referee Mark has had a lot to do here in this Philadelphia derby. I'm sure he was quaking a little bit in his boots seeing this fixture on his schedule sheet, but has done well so far. Jeffries. Another hefty hit. Gorman and Joel Richmond. A fantastic contest between those controlling midfielders. Skandaluski. A righteous stash he has. He puts that one in. Over Dudek it goes. And to E.G. Boy. That's a hand. And so it is called. Castiotis. He stands over it now. Richter. Castiotis. To Skandaluski. An overlapping one from Jawara, but it actually just brought the defender to him. Weaver now up into the offensive third. He could have a crack from distance. He tries to push it over to Weik, the ninja and the knight. And the ball just too far ahead of him. The coach constantly, you hear him just saying, shoot, have a crack, laser it, launch it, do something where you move your leg through the ball and aim it at the net. He's begging his team, please take some shots from distance. Test Jeffries. Richter, big. Gorman, a high boot there, does scrape the inside of Joel Richmond. Especially with some spiky studs. Even if they are plastic, that does hurt. He's massaging his quad now. I think he'll be all right to continue. 45th minute now, ladies and gentlemen. This has gone by in a flash. I can't believe it. This Philadelphia derby has been won for the ages. There's Richmond. Tommy Johnson does well. Chavez, that's a name we haven't talked about in a long time because Heritage has been on the back foot for most of this contest. Gorman, he keeps it in. He tries to smack it through, but Raschioli pings right off his broad back. Barbosa, a big sliding challenge from Brennan. E.G. Boy could have the layoff. He sends it back to Raschioli. He knows he can swing it in, and he does. Richmond, he heads it back. Is there a trailing runner? Barbosa could have a crack. He moves it wide. He goes for the curling shot. And out of bounds. But the coach, a thunderous applause from the bench of Philadelphia SC. That's exactly what he's been looking for. They have the trailing runners from the midfield. They have the open shot. They're not closed down at the top of the 18. Have a crack, lad. Jeffries only beaten once so far, and it was a pretty miraculous goal. Banged off the top of the woodwork. Richter has to do well. He nods it and then bodies it. St. Paul has to be off his line, and he does. Dudek pushes it in. Jawara here to Roy. Roy, a very calming presence there in front of the back four, and he needs to be. as the pressure is constantly mounting on them. Brenning, he's looking for an outlet. Tommy Johnson moves ahead. But Richmond, intelligent play. Weaver moves it back to St. Paul. Puts it out to Raschioli. Gives it a leftward hit. It's a Wieck who gives chase but knows he can't reach it in time. And Freyre lets it go. Roy. Raschioli once again with a cannon. Castiotis now, he has players ahead of him. He flings it only as far as Shafris, who gathers it nicely, puts it back out quickly to Dudek. They know the time is against them here. Played with danger there. Weaver, a good pass. Richter. He looks for Wieck, who's hiding behind Tommy Johnson. Chavez. Strong enough to hold off one challenge. And there it is. The center referee has blown his whistle, folks. We are going to head to our halftime show for the April goal of the month. So view those fantastic highlights and then go to Game in Frame on Instagram and vote for your favorite. We'll see you after 15.
Rosero gets half a yard, catches it beautifully, and opens the scoring with a rip-roaring strike. It's signature Junior Rosero. Espinoza gets around, and he puts... Neto leaves it. Oliveira, 2-1, perfectly placed. Good enough pace to beat Valencia, but also the placement as well. Just inside the far post, and Oliveira.
Willie goes long, trying to find Reynoso.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Germantown Super Site for our Week 7 match of the Delaware River Conference between Philadelphia SC in blue and Philadelphia Heritage SC in white. Heritage currently down 1 goal here, the home side, in our Philadelphia derby. They're going to be looking to right the ship here in the second half. They had a few plays, but nothing to write home about, really. It's been all the side in blue, dominating possession in the midfield. Having a couple of shots on goal, some crosses that looked very dangerous as well. Well, let's see, they're going to be looking to add more to their tally today. They might have some substitutes. This Jesse Wieck, Namaker, aka the Ninja over here, always finds himself in some tricky pieces of space. Weaver to Richter. I heard the halftime spiel from the coach of Philadelphia SC and was saying, please shoot the ball, was his main emphasis. Chavez He tries to get past a couple of members in blue. Can't get past the third one. Barbosa. He slings it out wide, and it's Wieck on the wheels. In early ball in is Shafris. He spills it, and he comes up with it still. That was a dangerous-looking ball. Easy Boy was at the end of it. If you are just tuning in, Easy Boy, number 6 for Philadelphia SC on a yellow card, and Freyre, the defensive center back, number 8, also on a yellow card. Weaver sizes it up. Joel Richmond, a nice little turn in the air. Castiotis here to Barbosa. He's looking to move through the lines. He flings it out wide. Jawara sizes it up and knows he can't get to that one. Out of bounds it goes. Yes, we have switched sides, and folks, I'm honestly a little disappointed because that battle between Dudek and Jawara has been one to watch. Those two have been very physical since the whistle has gone. I have to be really getting my magnifying glass out to make sure I can see that one out. Shafris has to do a kick save there. He got caught in no man's land, didn't know whether to dive for it, let it ride, what to do. Eventually had to come up with a save. That'll be his third of the day, the 6th shot, at least by my count here for Philadelphia SC, and they win themselves their 5th corner. Joel Richmond, the captain, number 7. He's taken every single one, and usually at this angle, he goes for an out swinging ball. You can see the rest of his members lining up in the back post. They're all going to be running to look, put a head, a chest, a back, anything on it. This time it's to the top of the box. Raschioli, he nods it out. Shafris looking to see who he's going to service this time. He's been sending it up to Gorman more often than not, but Joel Richmond has been right behind him every single time. And here he goes for the same play. Gorman, and there's Richmond. Castiotis, he finds an outlet, and Raschioli. He sees Easy Boy goes for the turn. And Freyre does well. He smacks it out of bounds. That strength, that physicality, another battle to watch here in our Philadelphia derby. Raschioli. He looks for Easy Boy. Oh, a nice header there, but only as far as Wieck. Shafris has to come and gather that one. There's Wieck once again, folks. Just stealthy. You don't expect him to be where he is. Troy coughs it up. Richmond, ever calming presence. Weaver to Jawara. Here now to Skandaluski. He goes to switch the field. Richmond gets it caught under his boot, but it works for him. He sends it out to Raschioli. We know he goes for an early cross. He does so like a wide receiver. Shafris catches that one midair. Had to read it all the way. Troy. Heritage struggling to connect some passes here. They have to work it through the Castiotis. Pings it off the upright. And a little bit of shot practice there between the friends. But, I mean, the coach, he was yelling after that one. That's exactly what he wanted to see. And I've seen Castiotis score like that before. He has his lone goal on the season. Came from such a distance. Richmond rises up. Flanagan. And Richter, though, does well. He's giving Easy Boy something to think about. And offsides, the flag goes up. Freyre trying to get a little extra yardage. Sends it back to Tommy John. He's going to be looking for a friend. Clips it in the middle. Richmond reading that one like a book every single time. Wieck. Gorman, though, chasing after him. Turns it into Tommy Johnson, and he comes up with it. Now he's got to find a friend. He does. Here's Chavez. A tackle from behind. But the ball was got. Barbosa. Resets it now here, back to Weaver. Skandaluski to Jawara, who swings it middle to Casiotis. Ooh, a cheeky little maneuver there. Brenning, though, shepherds it out of bounds. Jeffries. Now the sun is truly shining. A lot of players shielding their eyes here, especially on some of these long-range, goal kicks, punts, etc. Dudwick puts it to Roy. Catalana. The ref lets it go. And here's Lanigan. He's on sides. He goes one-on-one with St. Paul. A huge stop for the lad in orange. He saves his team and keeps them up here in this contest. Lanigan somehow slipped through the lines. First, I thought it was a corner if it went off of St. Paul, but it looks like it may have banged off of Lanigan in the end. And now it will be a goal kick here. So far, Heritage has not gotten a corner kick in this contest. I think it's a set piece they sorely need. Though that height of the back line, like Weaver or Ascioli, it's going to be tough to deal with any of those aerial balls. St. Paul waves off his back line, says, all right, I got this. Back into play we go. Rascioli flicks it to Ijiboy. Sends it back to Richmond. That guy cannot be shaken. Skandaluski looks to turn it. Catalana. And it goes out of bounds for White. Weaver didn't know, I think, otherwise he would have contested that a little more heavily. Catalana puts it back to Dudek. He's been the one to always take the free kicks and throw-ins from this area. There's Roy. Catalana. Back now to Brenning. He just gives it a smack. St. Paul snatches that out of the air, but it's Richter who had to kind of jossie him off the line. St. Paul with a massive punt. Tommy Johnson, that one stings. Rascioli sends it in. Ijiboy flicks it to Barbosa. Oh, he wasn't ready for that give and go just yet. Ball goes out of bounds now here for Heritage. Tommy Johnson to Gorman. Rascioli. He tries to send somebody on, but only goes far as Shafris. He puts Brenning into danger immediately, but that allows Dudek to have a ton of space to work this rightward channel. He's finding Roy here in the midfield. Tommy has it now. Here to Roar. Roy can't pinpoint the pass to Sayang. Here's Richmond. He switches the ball to Skandaluski. Jawara. Yeah, that battle. We know what it's going to be, and it goes the way of Philadelphia SC. They do a quick restart. Wyke. Wyke, I'm hearing. Jawara stayed down for a little while now. Causes center referee Mark to stop the play. Check on safety is paramount. Scandaluski gets us restarted, pings it off the shins of Jawara. Says, all right, buddy, rub some dirt in it. But on the counterattack here is Heritage. Gorman sends it here to Tommy Johnson. He's looking for some friends, though. He's doubled up, and it's Rescioli. Gets a nice leg in there, and he clears the line. Freire, he just wants to send it back in. Castiotis. Wyack. Barbosa with one-touch passing. Wyack. He might take somebody on. He clips it to the back post to find Jawara. Forces Dudek to have to handle the clearance. He skies that one to the neighborhood next door. Scandaluski will get us restarted here. Willie launched it into the box. It's just Easy Boy, who's the lone member there. He looks to flick it on. Clatters into a number of members, but it's Dudek. Once again, just desperate defending. He just clears his lines so he can get a little bit of respite. Weaver, though, puts it back in. Easy Boy was in offside position and in an onside position first to touch the ball, and therefore offside is called. Roy. Oh, bumps right into Jawara. Still, though, Heritage maintained possession. Here's Brenning. He wants to send some people long. We know he's always looking for those long passes, but getting over the towering Weaver is going to be a tall task. Castiotis looks for the turn, but it's Sayang. Turns him around. Richter, forced to go back to St. Paul. And back to Richter it goes. He finds Castiotis in oodles of space here. Oh, don't leave the ball behind. You need that. He tries to send Jawara forward, the goal scorer. But the space too tight, and out of bounds it goes. Battling for it in the midfield. Jawara comes up with it. There it is. The springboard that is Easy Boy. Stout defending, though, from Tommy Johnson. And then Sayang. Gorman sends it wide to Chavez. Lunges for it, but can't quite get there. Rescioli. He flings that one. Finds Easy Boy. We know what Easy Boy is going to do. Turn to goal. But Tommy Johnson, well done. And the ball does go the way of Philadelphia Heritage. Chavez chops at it. Almost found Sayang. But the ever-present Richmond sniffs it out. Here's Scandaluski. Jawara. Oh, Dudek just decks him there. And he says, yeah, but he's grabbing my jersey. Those two, I think, both should get a yellow just to calm them down a little bit on that side. Dudek, he's had enough of it, honestly. I don't blame him. Richmond. What will he do with this one? What magic can he create? The magic fizzles out this time, though. Brennan pushes the ball wide. That will be another corner. Philadelphia's 6th of the match. Sun now has gone back behind the clouds here, much to the players' delight. They can see again here. Richmond over the ball once more. That's an in-swinging ball. Easy Boy. That is the Villanova man who rises. Gorman shoves off the danger. Barbosa with a massive chest. Allows the counterattack to fizzle out and his team to reset their lines. Tommy Johnson. He's looking for a friend. Wyke with a nice jump. Oh, Catalana. But Weaver is there. He says, no, sir. Sends it all the way back. A reset here for Heritage. Brenning. Dudek. Brenning. Catalana. Flicks it off of Weaver. And still Heritage advance down the channels via the throw-in. Dudek. Here to Roy. Tommy Johnson. Goes for Chavez. And Rascioli does well to defend, but out the ball goes. Heritage once again creeping forward into the danger zone now. Let's see what they can do with it. They're only down 1-0. They can easily level this one. Looks like Ijiboy's day is done. You have number 18 has entered the match, and he gets immediately into the action. Sayang, though, says, you're not at the pace just yet. Looks like Barbosa is also done, and chopped down from behind is Richmond by Tommy John, and he will get a yellow card from the official. Looks like number 9, Rashid Thomas, has entered the match as well. He has 4 goals on the season. Richmond switches the pace of play to Skandaluski. Here's Weaver. Oh, a nice little ball there. Brenning, though, snuffs out the danger. And you know what his go-to MO is. It's just kick the ball as far as you can. Hopefully somebody gets on the end of it. This one, it goes out of bounds. Looks like we will have a substitution here for Heritage. Sayang will exit the match. His shift is done. And Michael Rodriguez, number 24, will enter this hotly contested derby. Skandaluski. Brenning just does anything to get the ball out of the danger area. Skandaluski to Jawara. Here's Gorman. Rodriguez with a nice touch. This is his first one of the match. Weaver, though, head up, looking for an outlet, and finds Rascioli. Here's Castiotis to Richmond. Out to Skandaluski. Weaver, he's staying up here in the offensive third. Rodriguez, he does enough with his defensive duties. Forces the ball out of bounds, and possession switches. Richmond gets the ball cut under him, but still managed to move with it. Past 2, he goes. He needs to find a friend, though. Oh, and an inward run, and it is offsides, Jawara. And he will be rolling into next week, the left winger. Brennan was forced into the challenge, didn't know the flag was raised. Good defensive duty from him. Dudek will put us back into play. Richter. Tommy Johnson to Roy. Back to Tommy Johnson. He finds Chavez as an outlet. Can he turn past Reschioli? He can't, but still remains with Heritage. Patience from Johnson, well done. Gorman dodges past the challenge of Rasheed Thomas. Puts it to the middle. Lanigan, one touch on. Those long legs of the law from Weaver. It's hard to get by him. Even if you think you have a step on him, you don't. Dudek to Roy. Oh, almost puts the ball in an awkward spot. Johnson. Running. To Freyre. To Shafrish. Casiotis puts his body on the line, but it's Skandaluski who comes up with it. And it will be a foul on Gorman. So he went for more of the body than he did the ball. Lanigan, after that last run, maybe he stretched out a hammy, having a cramp here. He's saying it is hurting. He's saying his day is done. Alex Labato, number 0, will now be entering the match here for the injured Lanigan. That's the paperwork. Fortunately, no 4th official here in the APSL Delaware River Conference, so the ARs have to handle some of those duties. Getting the paperwork sorted for the substitutes, and now back into play we go. Rasheed Thomas couldn't handle that hot ball. Sends it back to Rascoli. Here's Rascoli. Here's Weaver now. Oh, he just tries to just fizz it in there. Jawara cuts it wide. Skandaluski can't get past the new substitute. Rodriguez with the fresh legs. There was almost like a little exchange there. Jawara now, he's weaving his way through one, gets by Duduk. And he goes for a shot. That was always going wide, but applause from the bench. That is what they're looking to see. That'll be shot number 8 here for Philadelphia SC. Tommy Johnson to Gorman. He's in a little bit of danger. Rasheed Thomas with the challenge. He pokes it out. And we'll remain with Philadelphia Heritage, but that's tough going. Chavez with a nice turnaround. Raschioli finally gets by him. Here's Catalana. Chavez flicks between both his legs. Couldn't handle the pass, but he was in there. Heritage now in desperation mode. No substitutions left. And we are in the 70th minute. That means there's at least 20 to go. If an injury happens or anything like that, they are going to be in a really tough situation. Raschioli. Play to the whistle, the ball not out. Brenning, the lunging challenge through the sky, spearing it. Wyek through the air. Tommy Johnson getting his body in front, moving the substitute off his line. He's going for a nice snap cross, and Rodriguez heads it wide. Enough to quell the danger for now, but still with Philadelphia SC it goes. A nice give and go with Skandaluski. Dudek is there. He gets his body in front, but somehow Skandaluski cuts it into the middle. Brenning hoofs it, and a knee. A corner now for Philadelphia FC. I believe number 18 is Nigel Johnson. Was not on the roster sheet. I only have a number 8, Nigel Johnson, so 18, you're Nigel Johnson now. Richmond has had a lot of work to do this evening. Every set piece, every corner, this man is over the ball. And for corner number 7, it is no different. An out-swinging ball, and it is Nigel Johnson. Ball doesn't go out just yet. Tommy Johnson turns it, but only as far as top of the 18. Castiotis tries to bring it down. Tommy Johnson able to get it only as far as Scandaluski. He swings it wide to Loara. Raschioli on the opposite side of the pitch. He's not able to handle that one. The pass fizzed into his foot. He's not going to get back into position. Here's Dudek to Roy. Tries to go for the give and go, but not able to work it around the opposition. Still, the score remains 1-0 for the away side in blue. Castiotis just gets bodied up by the substitute, and that is Labato. Almost lifted him off his feet with that challenge. And Richmond over the ball once more. Shafreese forced to do a huge punch, clatters into Brenning. He stays down, forces the referee to blow the whistle. Check on him in case it's a head injury. Shafreese, very brave to move through traffic there. Punch that one. It was a very inviting ball from Richmond. We expect nothing less from the captain of Philadelphia SC. Brenning can't stay down for too long. No substitutes on the bench for the side in white. Raschioli, we know he can launch it in from here. We've seen it before. He goes for a big throw, and it's Nigel Johnson. Turns the header in, but over the bar it goes. That is a dangerous set piece to have in your back pocket if you can launch the ball in from that angle. It's akin to having a corner kick. You can see how dangerous it can be. That ball almost went in. Shafreese. Scandaluski already yelling mine in the air. Catalana to Gorman. Gorman cuts it in to Chavez, who flicks it one time to Rodriguez. He's now on the run. What can these fresh legs do? Trying to get past Scandaluski. Still he maintains possession. Richmond has to come in. The captain, the superhero. And he wins the ball for his side. Richmond claiming he was fouled on there, that he got stepped on. I don't think that was necessarily the case. Rodriguez has every right to turn with his foot, whether it's, you're moving, you have to lift your foot up to then put it down. If your leg happens to be there, it's going to come down on top of it, not necessarily a foul. Soccer is a physical game. Labato here to Tommy Johnson. He's got two on him. Rashid Thomas turns him. He's Tommy Johnson pleading with the ref. He's all over me. He's tugging my jersey. He's doing everything he can except for tackling the ball. Raschioli. Tommy Johnson is going to say, oh, I'm pulling the shirt if you're pulling the shirt. And now Rashid is complaining to the assistant referee. That's what happens if you go tick for tack. A player is going to feel emboldened to do the same thing that's being done to him. Weaver now skips by two. Oh, a driven ball. Skandaluski, he's been running up and down that leftward channel. He has got to be tired at this point in the match. Still some substitutes warming up here for the side of Philadelphia SC. They have some depth. They have Solano, Sexton, Coelho. I'm looking forward to seeing, hopefully he enters the match. Right now it's Freire to Tommy Johnson. Central now to Roy. He goes to Lobato. Dudek. Roy. Always with his head up, always looking for that next pass. Chavez, he tries to one-time it. Roy yelling at his squad, anybody go, please. Very shifty on the ball. Rascioli can't get by Chavez, though. Chavez tries to go through the legs of Richmond. Richmond stuffs him down. And through three. Through, my goodness. Nutmeg after nutmeg for the captain. Uh-oh. The miscommunication. And then allows Luara to go through. Shafris with a diving challenge. Oh, he tries to get on the ball. Now he's out of position. To the top of the box it goes. Richmond. He's in prime position. A huge challenge from Brennan. Nigel Johnson. Over the top. Wow, that turned from bad to worse to like a yes, yes, no, maybe kind of situation for Philadelphia and then for Heritage. All right, we're having a triple substitution here for Philadelphia SC. Looks like Castiotis will be exiting the match. The goal scorer, the lone one, Jawara, will be leaving. And the Ninja Man, Wyack, will be exiting the match. Okay, so it looks like Nigel Johnson might be actually on the field now. That's number 8. So number 18, you're still an unknown person. Sorry. And then we have Coelho, number 11. And when I see the far left winger, I will let you know. Roy. He just smacks it on. Okay, it's number 16 for Philadelphia SC. Another unknown player, not on the roster sheet, given to me. Brenning. Richter. Roy now, he could have a crack at it. Pings off one. St. Paul kind of rooted to the spot. Chavez can't bring it down, but he was offsides anyway. Folks, we do have some exciting matches coming up. Later this evening, we have Richmond County FC versus Principian Freedoms at 8 p.m. for the Metropolitan Conference. And then on Tuesday, Nick Krause and I will be in Westchester for the Westchester Predators versus Oakland United at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for the Delaware River Conference. The Predators have been just running through the competition here in the Delaware River Conference. And then on the 8th, we have the Principian Freedoms versus Vistula Garfield at 8:15 for the Metropolitan Conference as well. The wind now, as the sun has subsided, the wind has picked up once again. Dudek has to face a new danger now. Number 16, the unknown man of Philadelphia SC. That's a fine challenge. Here's Lobato. He's looking for willing runners. Chavez gets on his wheels, but the long strides of Rascioli get to the ball first. He sends it back to St. Paul. He just has to flick it up. Here's Nigel Johnson, number 8. He's fighting with Tommy Johnson. Tommy back in. He's getting frustrated now. He's turning up the physicality notch in this derby. Nigel Johnson. Here to Weaver. Weaver Looking for an outlet ball. Just overcooked it a speck. Dudek. How will he handle these new threats? These fresh legs on the field. Labato. Oh, that smacks right into the noggin of the substitute Nigel Johnson. He's seeing stars. Folks, as always, we are sponsored by the one and only Salt Athletic, the world's greatest, most freshest advanced cleat bag, the air case, which uses, of course, that antimicrobial technology to block smell. And that makes for those odor-free car rides and houses. We know that is oh so important after a long match. So definitely scan that QR code and get that 10% off your next air case purchase. Fryery, he's got to head it back to Shafris, and calmly does. Richter. He's not afraid to put his body on the line. Tommy Johnson goes tumbling. Still 1-0. A precarious lead to hold for the side in blue. You can see them moving into kind of a block defensive formation. They cannot give up this lead now. Tommy Johnson. Richter, though, goes over the top. Coelho almost gets that one. Richmond. Here's Rashid Thomas to Nigel Johnson. Back to Richmond. Tries to switch the field to Raschioli, who brings it down nicely. And he flicks it on. Freyre gets big, gets tall, gets wide. The foul called as he was all over. He's saying, how's that a foul on me? I was being grabbed trying to go for the ball in the air. I think Rashid Thomas may have put a target on his back as soon as he started on the pitch, fighting his way through every challenge. And folks, I hope you enjoyed our halftime presentation, which was many minutes ago at this point, but still those goals of the month for April on those halftime highlights. Make sure you head over to Game in Frame on Instagram as the ball is looped in from Raschioli. Tries to cut in, but it is Gorman who stands tall. I believe that will be another corner here for Philadelphia SC, and it is player coach, number 27. That is Sean Ahern. He's been coaching the squad. He's been out for 6 months with a nagging toe injury. He knows he needs to give his team some respite here. So the player coach is now entered. Richmond over here for the 8th corner of this contest. Goes for an in-swinging ball. Freyre. He shuffles that one out, but it is center referee Mark who blows his whistle saying there was a foul and all that. Rashid Thomas once again saying, it's my jersey. Somebody's tugging it. Shafris gets us started here again. Nigel Johnson, didn't know if he needed to go for the head or the thigh. Went with neither. Forced Richter to make a play, and he sends it out of bounds. Catalana moves it to Labato. Here's Brenning. Brenning always goes for those long passes. Raschioli does nicely, and now Rashid Thomas, he's giving chase. Puts it on to Richmond. He does a little dummy, but not fooled was Freyre. Raschioli once again intercepting every pass. Shafris, but it was Dudek who got him off his line. Folks, we are in the 87th minute, almost the 88th. Still, the score holds 1-0 off that fantastic goal by Jawara. That is what separates the sides here in the Philadelphia Derby. Rascioli. Rashid Thomas. Uh-oh. Freyre has to do some desperate defending here. Does well not to give up a crazy foul. Sean Ahern, he gets himself into the match. Ouch. That hurts. He went flying into the bench. It almost seemed like it was personal there. As Rashid Thomas, who took that hit. He gets up to walk it off. The yellow card brandished, though, for Sean Ahern. He will be feeling that one tomorrow, Rashid Thomas. That might calm him down a little bit, though. Rascioli. He puts this one in. Coelho. He jumps up for it, but it is Brenning. Catalana. He was not able to handle that one nicely, but Richter, oh man, that's a tough ball for St. Paul to handle. He does so well. And now he flings it back up. Alex Ahern, smart to smack it off the shin of Rascioli. He wins the side of throw. Richter. Nigel brings it down. Rascioli, he takes a tumble. Labato, he's running out of space. He doesn't know where to go. Nigel's going to shield it. A attempted challenge from Labato. Seconds, ever precious, keep ticking away, and it's Catalana who does this, the sportsman-like thing against the unsportsman-like thing. St. Paul will be in no hurry to get this one restarted. He's waving his team up. He's going to find the most perfect blade of turf grass to set this ball before he lets it fly. St. Paul flings it on. Richmond touches it back. Coelho. Rashid Thomas. He sends it back into 18. He has some members centrally. It's Nigel Johnson. Rashid Thomas brings it down. Oh, Chavez tries to go for a big challenge, but it is the second man, Freyre, who needs it. The final substitute. And it is Diego Solano, number 20, who will sub in for David Skiandaluski, who put in a massive shift there in the leftward back position like we were talking about, running up and down that channel. Rascioli, though, he's the one with the ball in his hands, and we know what he can do with it. He flings that in. Oh, acrobatic attempt on the mysterious 18. Again, he seems to be the target on these plays. The bench turns to us up here in the stands, making sure we got that one on camera. Should that have gone in, definitely would have been for the May goal of the month highlight reel for sure. Fortunately, went through the uprights. Nigel Johnson chests it down. Rashid Thomas. He fights off Chavez. Here to Nigel Johnson. Rashid Thomas. The touch let him down there, but did it. Now he's around Rodriguez. Puts it towards the center. And it's Alex Ahern. Oliver intelligently and just enough on it to get it back to the feet of St. Paul. Forces Catalana to pick it up, or chase after it rather. St. Paul. Coelho. Alex Ahern, or Sean Ahern, excuse me. Chavez. Coelho. Not much left in this one. You can imagine only a few, maybe a minute, a couple seconds left before this derby is over. Richter jumps for it. Richmond brings it down nicely. Those weary legs. Do they fail him? No. And 2 through 2 he goes. He could have a shot from distance. Oh, could have been one for the ages. He saw his name in lights. But in the end, there's never trouble in the keeper. But that's the brilliance we know from this man. That's 12 shots by my count on the day for Philadelphia SC. Labato and Rodriguez try to work themselves down this right channel. No avail. The whistle is blown. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Philadelphia derby is over. Philadelphia SC in blue are the winners 1-0 over the home side, Philadelphia Heritage in white. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with an interview shortly.
Rosero gets half a yard, catches it beautifully, and opens the scoring with a rip-roaring strike. It's signature Junior Rosero.
Espinoza. Espinoza gets around, and he puts it in! And it's 3-2. Richmond regain the lead. Trouble for Real Central. Shot from distance, looking to beat the keeper. And how about that for a finish to start this game? From about 35 yards out, AC Trilogy stunned Sean Bowen in net. Good touch.
Space on the left wing, carrying into the box, taking on one man, taking on a second, looking for a shot, and a beautiful goal! What a strike! East Coast are right back into this one. It's 2-1.
Neto leaves it. Oliveira, 2-1, perfectly placed. Good enough pace to beat Valencia, but also the placement as well. Just inside the far post, and Oliveira.
Willie goes long, trying to find Reynoso. Reynoso gets a touch over the keeper. Reynoso, open goal. And he finishes to make it 2-0. A beautiful touch by David Reynoso over the keeper. And he slots it home.
Mohu. Tug at the shirt. He's had a hit. What a strike! From Mohu, top left corner. Smith lets it run. Now gonna bring it forward. Smith gets through 2. Smith into the middle. He scores! Quentin Smith puts it in at the far post. And Brooklyn have doubled their lead. Fascioli in a little more space. And he's looking for Richmond. He played a nice ball over the top. He's gotten it under control. A little clip over the top. What a goal from the Philadelphia skipper.
They're back to pitch. It goes to Moya. Looks like a cross is getting set to be put into the box by Aarons, who takes a shot instead, and he scores! Kyril Aarons makes it 3 for the Empire.
Along the left wing, 1 step over, 2 step overs, cutting it inward, playing it back to Ricardo. Mira Sanchez! Goal! Ricardo Mira Sanchez makes it 3-1.
Over the top, Goalkeeper a long way off his line, LaFlash. His pass is loose, however, he's a long way off his goal. The goal is gaping and the goal is bypassed. Finally for New York International, they break free. Elation, Alex Theodorescu has opened the scoring.
Welcome back, Game and Framers. Phil Boda here with the goal scorer, Jawara. We have a couple questions for him. My first, obviously, is that miraculous goal you score. Walk us through that one.
At the beginning, we set the tone, and we pressed a lot, and we pressed high, and Jace got a ball, and he gave it to me, and I just trying to finish in one touch, and obviously it going.
Absolutely, and go in it did, and that was what won us the contest here, won you the contest, rather, in this Philadelphia derby. What does this victory mean to you and your squad?
This is a good 3-point because we had 2 bad games against Westchester and also against the Jersey team. So this is a good 3-point, and this is good for the team and for the mood and for the next step to make a playoff.
Absolutely, and they're going to need to win their next 2 contests to have even a chance at that 4th place spot to get themselves into the playoffs. My friend, while I have you on here, who would you like to shout out or say hi to?
All of my teammates, we did a good job today, and we just got to keep going and push off and make a playoff.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, they were clapping it up for you as I walked over to pick you up for the interview. They were encouraging you to get on the camera, so a job well done. Thank you so much, Jawara. Thank you all, Game and Framers at home. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right.